Hello my lovely Capricorns, and a warm welcome to your annual forecast 2020 to 2021. Instead of the usual 4 eclipses, we've got 6 eclipses this year. And as I'm sure many of you will have heard, we've got Saturn, Pluto, Jupiter, all coming together in your sign, Capricorn. So this year is jam-packed with possibilities. You can really raise yourself up. Opportunity for alchemy and transformation in every life area for you, really. I know for many Capricorns, you've certainly been on a journey since 2008, when Pluto went into your sign. And now many things are really coming to a head this year, where you'll be able to resolve possibly issues that have bugged you for many, many years. So it's filled with potential. Now, let me tell you that I've got a list of most of the important dates that I mention coming up at the end of the video. So you don't need to make notes unless you want to. Just relax and enjoy. On the 10th of January, we've got a full moon lunar eclipse happening here in your 7th house of relationships. And on the 12th of January, we've got Pluto and Saturn, your ruler, coming together, conjunct. So this is a powerful start to the year with respect to relationships. Something may come to a head with this lunar eclipse in the 7th. What is it maybe that you've not wanted to see and know that you really do need to take some action on? Maybe it's a relationship that's really beginning to blossom that hasn't before, that just grows into a new gear, a new sense of intimacy and connection. Saturn and Pluto in your sign, well, many of you have been going through, as I said, some deep challenges. And Saturn-Pluto really is about you looking at the structure of your life and looking at what is working physically, but also with Pluto there, mentally and emotionally. Are you taking your power? You might be dealing with issues of control and manipulation. Are you drawing clear enough boundaries, lovely Capricorns? What do you need to do to really come out in your full strength and splendor? Not cautiously, but stand tall. This is very much the house of your self-esteem, valuing yourself. And it's also an opportunity to begin again. And yes, structures that don't support you could well be destroyed at this time. Don't be afraid of that. Just know that if it's a relationship, for example, that's not been working for a while, maybe it really is time just to be honest and say, hey, it's time to move on. Maybe you need to be honest about your financial situation and begin again, start fresh. It's an opportunity really to restructure your life and to have a rebirth in that process. To have more of the things that you want and enjoy in your life. March the 22nd to July 2nd, Saturn will pop his nose into your 2nd house of money. This is an opportunity for creating a new business, for consolidating an existing business idea. You might find yourself working really hard, but also being very productive and efficient. And you certainly love that, don't you, my lovely Capricorns? That's very important to you. It could also mean that it's time to take seriously a gift or a talent that you've got and be willing to learn and to develop it and to step out with it. April 4th, June 20th, November 12th, we've got Jupiter and Pluto coming together. 3 big turbocharges happening here. It's like the car that's like burning everybody off at the traffic lights. This is your potential here. As you find your own power, your own strength, as you don't depend on other people when it's not necessary. Wow, you are a powerhouse with Pluto and Jupiter together. You can create great wealth, physical wealth, money, abundance. You can create a wonderfully deep relationship. And most important is creating this deep relationship with yourself and your inner world. And then you'll project that naturally, vibrationally in your outer world, and you'll draw to you magnetically the kinds of relationships that are nourishing, where you get to keep your power and you don't have to be nicey-nicey and please anybody. You just be yourself and be respected and loved for that. May 13th to June 25th, we've got Venus going retrograde in your 6th house. When Venus is retrograde, it's an opportunity to rethink your relationships, your finances, and in the 6th house, an opportunity to rethink how you deal with your physical health, your physical well-being. What needs to change there? Maybe you're eating too many sweets. Maybe you need to balance your diet, your exercise. It's also an opportunity to rethink how much your work is bringing you pleasure. If it's not, what can you do to change that? June the 4th, we've got a lunar eclipse happening in your 12th house. Whoopsie daisy. In your 12th house. And on June 21st, we've got a solar eclipse happening in the relationship house. So the relationship house is getting lots of activation and stimulation. The 12th house, lunar eclipse would indicate it's very important that you take time out to be peaceful, to be quiet, to relax, to tune in with nature, whatever is soothing for you. Develop your metaphysical side further, which many of you are very interested in. Astrology, tarot, numerology, psychic abilities, dreams, intuition, past lives, you name it, it's rich in there, and for you to delve into that richness. And then this lovely solar eclipse in the 7th house, bringing you the possibility of a new relationship, a stimulation of an existing relationship and renewing it, and just the possibility for something new and exciting to be activated in your relationships generally, business and personal. Saturn retrogrades between July 2nd and December 7th, back into your 1st house, and then in 2021 it will be out of your sign, but here it's just that opportunity to look at your structures, take another look, see if anything needs creating and adjusting, and then you can move forward with greater confidence and assuredness. July 5th, as if it wasn't enough, we've got a lunar eclipse in your sign. So this is just really saying, Capricorn, this is your time. It's very rare that we get really 3 big planets and an eclipse together in a sign. So it's really important for you to release the old, let it go, the fears, the panics, the anxieties, and to allow yourself to rise like the phoenix out of the ashes and to find a new power, one that is clean and doesn't involve issues of right and wrong and somebody said this and he said that. No, you just feel what a powerful being you are and that there's nothing you cannot do. And that's how you begin to look at the world. It's great. September 9th to November 13th, we've got Mars retrograde. This is not the best time for starting something new, but a very good time for completing things. So you might find yourself needing to back off from a family situation, or even maybe rethinking a physical move, where you're moving and how it's all working out, and just allowing things to unfold and trying not to get frustrated if things don't move as quickly as you would like or anticipate. November 30th, we've got a lunar eclipse happening here in your 6th, and December 14th, a solar eclipse happening in your 12th. So the 6th, 12th houses activated here, lovely Capricorns. Very much an opportunity to look if you need to make any changes in your work area. Look if there's anything that you want to do proactively with your physical health and well-being and healing. And here, this joy of delving into the esoteric, of going into the unseen world, the metaphysical, and just making sure that you put enough time into the inner you. And as you nourish that, your outer world will just begin to fall into place more easily. You will have a new perspective that will be empowering no matter what life actually presents to you every day. On December the 17th, we've got Saturn going into your 2nd house, and on December 20th, we have got Jupiter. So, these two in your 2nd house, great for business. If you want to negotiate a business deal, get something really organised, this is brilliant for that at the end of the year. It also could be a really good time where you bring your finances really into balance. Everything starts to come into more of an equilibrium for you. So it's one powerful year for you, lovely Capricorns. Go for it, is what I say. You might like to have a personal reading about this year and how you can make best use of the astrological influences. Maybe even a little Pleiadian channeling as well. Thank you for liking, commenting, sharing and subbing. Bye for now.